Good morning. This morning, I wanted to announce how excited I am about the recent announcement of the new GKids acquisition of three of Masaaki Yuasa's works. He is an animation director from Japan. He's directed films such as Mind Game and Lu Over the Wall. GKids has recently obtained the rights to distribute Lu Over the Wall, the recent Night is Short Walk On Girl, and his most famous feature, Mind Game. I'm super excited because I love his work so much, and I'm really happy that his work will be distributed in the States, where he's not very recognized. So I'm really excited to announce that. We heard about Devilman Crybaby, which is a new Netflix original that is going to be released sometime this year. So that should be good. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But I also made a kind of interesting proposition this morning that I also think that Yuasa is really just become this amazing animation director in the industry, particularly with TV series. Each production that he produces is always an experiment. Even dating back to when he first directed Mind Game, he really experimented in a variety of styles. And a good point can be made that he's really the most resourceful director right now, having really utilized his budgets that can produce these amazing productions and are experimental, whereas a lot of his contemporaries are not to some extent. He's always working with these limited funds, whereas a lot of these other big productions, are so heavily financed. He's really going against the grain and defying an in-house studio demand by providing these kind of outlandish freestyle form animations. And he is utilizing his budget really well. I actually tweeted just recently to one of the writers at Anime News Network's, Michael O'Toole, who publishes articles on Anime News Network, particularly on anime auteurs and animation directors. He's really knowledgeable in criticizing those kinds of, that part of anime. And I tweeted to him, just recently about how I think that Yuasa is possibly the Miyazaki of TV series productions. I mean, he has so much on his resume now. He has the Takumi Galaxy, which I consider a classic. He has Kaiba, Kemino-Zume, and Ping Pong. He's always experimenting with different styles. And I think that what separates him from the bunch in today's world is, looking at the anime industry, we have a lot more studios that are kind of trying to have a specific formula for the productions they come out with and release. I think with Yuasa, on the other hand, he's also had this approach in crowdfunding productions, which I think kind of separates him from the bunch. And so I'm really looking forward to this upcoming one, which is Devilman Crybaby. It looks like he's experimenting again with different kind of styles. And Science Rue is a really interesting studio. He did the recent Tatami Galaxy film adaptation, which I haven't seen yet, but I have seen Lu Over the Wall. In criticizing his work, I also have made the point that I think he's more effective in the TV series production format. I think that apart from how he directs his feature films, which seem to not milk out the characterizations and the plots as much as he does with a TV series like Ping Pong the Animation or Tatami, I think the TV series production gives him more freedom to experiment within the 30-minute time frame. So that's really exciting to see when he goes back to TV series. I think the film production format is just not as strong. His style is just too bizarre for the cultural variety to really grasp. I would say something like Soda or Shinkai production, something that's really elaborate in detail and something that's a little bit more accessible. It's something a lot of the audiences nowadays can really access, I think, and kind of transition from this Miyazaki era where we have all these, traditionally hand-drawn features. I think that Yuasa is going to be really difficult to access with the mainstream audiences. His style is just too bizarre and abstract. But I'm really looking forward to the new Netflix original that's about to come out called Devilman Crybaby. It was just recently trending on Twitter, and I just recently wanted to announce this on my vlog. So thanks for tuning. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.